Who would have won if you fought this man in your prime?
I was a dancing master.
Yeah.
I wasn't that powerful. I was so fast. If he hit me, it's best if he catch me.
Yeah. What would you say, Mike?
I by no means, I'm vain. I know I'm great, but can I tell you something? In this situation, every head must bow, every tongue must confess. This is the greatest of all time.
Two of the most iconic figures in boxing history. But only one can be the greatest. Just one. And today, we settle the argument. Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali. Who was better? You bring these two in their prime. They face each other. Who do you think was better? Who do you think will come out victorious? This is a debate that a lot of people will enjoy boxing. Even my people who doesn't watch boxing knows these two people. Whoever watches sport knows who Mike Tyson is and who Muhammad Ali was. And this is a very beautiful debate, not based on being biased. This is a debate that will go on for the rest of the history of mankind. When you talk of the greatest of the greatest in boxing, there's no way you don't put Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson in that top of the food chain. But it's not just the boxing that made them great, it's what they do. Although we're going to talk about what is being shown in the ring, where they were knocking people out, while the other one was very stylish, artistic, but they were very influential. And we're going to go in everything. Let's start from Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was during that 1960 to 1970 era. Muhammad Ali, during that period, was the most influential sportsman during that period. And that was not just for joke. That was just not something he just woke up and started doing. He worked for it. But there are things we all know with Muhammad Ali. With Muhammad Ali, you pay your money to go watch Muhammad Ali. You know you're going to get showmanship. Like I said, it was an artwork. It was just an art, a work of art, a piece of art. It's like watching an artist display. This is what Muhammad Ali was. Muhammad Ali had beautiful style. His footwork was one of the best. And most of these footworks you see recently, all are learned from watching Muhammad Ali. His IQ, his speed, like I said, his showmanship. That guy was unbeatable. That guy was just beautiful. Like I said, you pay your money to enjoy a fight. Muhammad Ali is going to give you a spectacle. Was just a piece of art. And when we go to Mike Tyson was in the era of 1980s to 2005. I mean, Mike Tyson was just a different person compared to Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson was intimidating. You come out in the street or you come out somewhere and you see Mike Tyson coming. He was intimidating. He has an intimidating presence. One of the most beautiful voice, sweet voice you will ever hear. When you hear Mike Tyson speak, you will think this is one of the cutest voice. But when you see the person, he was the most intimidating sportsman we have ever seen. He had different things. Mike Tyson had literally different things compared to Muhammad Ali. Mike Tyson has also style, because there is one thing we all as human beings also possess. We all possess style, but in a different way. Mike Tyson also has explosiveness. Mike Tyson has used his height, his reach, his punch. It was so explosive. Very, very explosive. And that's one of the most intimidating things he had that none of these boxers we are seeing today has. He also has power. 50 kilo punch. Have you ever heard of that? Like Mike Tyson had a 50 kilo punch power. Imagine you being hit by a 50 kilo punch. How it feels. I also always feel really, really bad for the opponent that faced Mike Tyson, because there are a lot of videos, the way he punched them, how they still stand and survive. Knowing fully well that boxing is one of the most dangerous sports, and you have somebody who punches like that. Imagine staying in a ring with that guy. Like I said, it was very intimidating. It was one of the most intimidating fighter that you have ever seen. And like I said, these two are just in two different eras. But two of them in their prime, for me, were the best ever to ever grace the ring. And when you're talking about gracing the ring, let's say as a newcomer, you're getting into a fight house. You saw the person in the front door and you say, oh, what do you want? And you said, okay, I want to start learning boxing. You already fixed the date and now you're starting to learn the boxing. There are things they're going to tell you should learn in boxing. They're going to tell you power. They're going to tell you speed. They're going to tell you ring IQ. Definitely they're going to tell you defense. Also, your chin. These are very, very important tools to learn when you're learning boxing. And also, one more thing, the killer instinct. You need to have these 6 things for you to be able to succeed as a boxer. If you want, I explain myself again. You need to have power. You need to have speed. You need to have ring IQ. You need to have defense. Very, very important. You need to have chin. Your chin has to be strong. That's why you see most of these fighters, they kind of train themselves very well, train their chin. Whenever you start boxing, the first thing the coach teach is how to move your mouth, your chin, and these are very, very important. And also, the last one, killer instinct, because you cannot get into the ring thinking that your opponent is going to hug you. Your opponent is coming for your head, so you two are coming for his head. That is what the killer instinct. So let's go to number 1, power. When you talk of power, when you compare these two fighters, Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, when you talk of power, we all know that there's only one name we can call compared to these two guys, Mike Tyson. When you talk of power, I will say Tyson wins this one, because we're comparing the two fighters here. Who was better in their prime? And we put two of them here in a reality and their strengths. Let's look at their strengths, because it's their strengths that make us watch these people and idolize them up to today. When you talk of power, you look at Muhammad Ali, you look at Mike Tyson. Who do you think has the most power? Who is more powerful? We all know that both of them won't be in the ring if you can't be able to knock people out. But in this aspect of power, I'm giving it to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was powerful. Mike Tyson could literally end you in the first round. That's how powerful he was. He was so intimidating. His power was absolutely incredible. Mike Tyson doesn't care if the way he moves like an animal. And once he hits you with very, very vicious power. That once it lands on you, you will have to fall on the floor. You will feel it. So in this aspect, I'm giving Mike Tyson power. Mike Tyson wins. When it comes to power, Mike Tyson wins. When you talk of speed, we all know Mike Tyson was very fast, but there is nobody in this world, in the history of boxing, that can beat Muhammad Ali when it comes to speed. Muhammad Ali was so fast. Oh. When you go into, have you gone into a cinema or a theater where people are singing, playing the instrument? This is what Muhammad Ali looks like when he fights. When he's fast, his jab looks like rockets. Jab is so quick. And this is something that you never see in recent fighters. He was really, really quick. Muhammad Ali, in this time, Muhammad Ali will defeat everybody. Because as a fighter, you need to have speed. And Muhammad Ali has that. And this aspect, I'm giving it to Muhammad Ali. When you talk of ring IQ, there's literally nobody better than Muhammad Ali. His mindset, how to read fights, how to read opponents. Mike Tyson too was good in reading opponent, but Mike Tyson will come into the ring without even looking at your face and just punch you. But Muhammad Ali watch your movement, study you, pick you apart bit by bit. And this is a very, very lovely tool to have when you step into the ring. And in this aspect, I'm giving it to Muhammad Ali. Because Muhammad Ali, ring IQ made him one of the greatest of all time. If not, the greatest of all time. Let's go to defense. This is a very, very important aspect when it comes to boxing. Defense. Because you don't attack always. Once you land, you will get hits as well. So how do you defend yourself? Who do you think has the better defense between these two fighters? For me, I have to pick Muhammad Ali in this one, because Muhammad Ali head movement was second to none. You cannot compare Muhammad Ali with anyone and the other one when it comes to defense. He was really, really fast. Muhammad Ali was so quick. His defense was incredible. And this defense is one of the things, when you go to every boxing ring, every boxing club, you will see Muhammad Ali's picture. You will see his defense. You will see the way he moves his head. This is why all these things we learn up to today was Muhammad Ali. And I have to give it to Muhammad Ali because there was literally no comparison with anybody. The next one is the chin. All clear. Mike Tyson, as strong as he was knocked out a lot of time. And Muhammad Ali was so difficult to touch. If you have somebody who is defending very well, very good, his head movement is strong, no matter how hard you hit him, he's going to have a strong chin. And this, when it comes to chin, I'm giving it to Muhammad Ali. He was better when it comes to chin. Chin movement, he was incredible. So in this aspect, I'm giving it to Muhammad Ali. And when it comes to killer instincts, our next option, the kill. You want to kill somebody. There's nobody in this world that's better than Mike Tyson. You come into the ring facing your opponent. You want to end your opponent. Mike Tyson is the number one. Two of them, you put Muhammad Ali, you put Mike Tyson. Who could be able to kill somebody in the ring? There's definitely no debate about this, because Mike Tyson, once he's in that ring, he's killing you. He wants to kill you. He wants to cut your head. And I think for me, in this killer instinct, there is nobody better than Mike Tyson. Ends fight in a savage way. Finish fight in one of the most incredible way. There are a lot of highlights of him knocking people out that some of their teeth are, some of the buccal protector fall off, and it's so horrible the way you watch him fight. He fight like you owe him something. And this is the hunger that nobody has in this recent time when you watch boxers. Mike Tyson has it, and I've not seen anybody who is as good as he was when it comes to killer instinct. But now let's bring it to the biggest question. What if they fought? What if these two people clash? Who do you think is going to win? Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, they fight each other. Who do you think is going to win? For me, I'm going to say, if the fight end in the first to 4 rounds, then I'm going with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has the power and the ability to end fights between the first and the 4 rounds. While Muhammad Ali, if the round goes later in the stage, then I'm giving it to Muhammad Ali. If Muhammad Ali can be able to survive that first 4 rounds, then Muhammad Ali will definitely beat Mike Tyson. Definitely. And this brings me to the question, who was better? Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. Tyson for me was the most terrifying boxer ever. The most terrifying boxer, the most intimidating boxer ever to grace the ring. And while Muhammad Ali was, for me, the greatest ever. Even Mike Tyson said it in one of the videos. Every knee must bow to the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you choose. Who do you think is better when these two people clash? Who do you think will win? Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.